Today, the Florida legislature is in a special session in Tallahassee to deal with the rising cost of property insurance.
We have been looking at what this session could mean for you. CBS 4's Joe Gorcho joins us live from Fort Lauderdale. He has a closer look at the cost of insurance. Joe.
Naja, Elliott, good evening to you both. Since I moved here, people commonly refer to Citizens as the insurance of last resort. Well, it appears it's becoming more like the insurance of only choice for many Floridians. If the proposed legislation in Tallahassee goes through, those who have Citizens will no longer have the choice when it comes to purchasing flood insurance.
Flood insurance really varies on the risk, and it can range anywhere from $400 to $500 a year to if you're on the coast, $10,000 a year.
Alex Ray helps pair consumers with insurance companies. The news of mandatory flood insurance could be costly for those living near waterways.
There's houses on the intercoastal that brand new construction, and people don't understand that your flood insurance is going to be $8,000-$10,000 for the year.
Mark Freelander from the Insurance Information Institute explains the potential new requirements even if you don't live in a flood zone for Citizen policyholders.
The provisions of the bill indicate that Citizens policyholders must purchase flood insurance on par with the National Flood Insurance Program. That's the FEMA-backed NFIP.
They can buy from the private market according to the provisions. It's one of many changes state lawmakers are proposing for Citizens. The state-ran insurance company is on pace to have 1.2 million policyholders by year's end.
They have become the #1 property insurer in Florida. They want to go in the other direction because that's a very unhealthy state. If they deplete their reserves, Citizens depletes its reserves, all consumers in Florida will be paying to replenish those.
The proposed legislation intends to drive people off Citizens at renewal time for current policyholders. Freelander says they would need to seek quotes from the private market. The policyholder must switch to the other insurer if the premium is within 20% of the Citizens' estimated rate.
So it doesn't grow at uncontrollable rates as it has been.
As you would expect, Citizens welcomes the proposed legislation. President and CEO Barry Gilway said in part in a statement earlier today, it will attract more capital to the market and eventually improve the reinsurance picture. Even with the proposed changes to Citizens, experts could not forecast whether or not premium rates would drop by 2024. Joe Gorcho, CBS 4 News.